it's Sam here from KitchenGadgetsClub.com and also the voice behind your popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I want to show you how easy it is using your dual air fryer to cook both your gammon and your roast chicken at the same time. Why, you may wonder? Well, it's perfect for this time of year at Christmas when you want both the chicken and the gammon, or you want two different joints on at the same time. I actually got the idea from one of our viewers on YouTube. Patsy is a regular to our channel and she was telling me that she was prepping loads for the freezer and she was cooking 4 meats back to back. And I thought, actually, that's a brilliant idea for Christmas when you're wanting more than 1 meat on the go and you want to be able to have all your meats at Christmas. I mean, I don't know when it kind of became a thing, but it used to be years ago when you just had one and then you had something different on Boxing Day, or you spent a week living off your turkey. But now everybody has the chicken, the gammon, the beef, the lamb and the whole shebang. So I thought it'd be interesting to show you how to cook the chicken and the gammon at the same time, one in each drawer of the dual, and then we can get them ready quickly, and it's just so efficient for this time of year. So I've borrowed my best friend's dual just to show you that this is actually possible. So the best way to do this as part of your Christmas plan and your meal prep is to prep one first, get it sat there in the drawer, and then start on the other. We have got a little gammon joint and we've got a medium chicken. Now, emphasis on medium because you'll struggle to get a large to fit in a single drawer. If you've got a flex drawer, then you'll be all right getting a larger chicken in one side and then getting the gammon in the other. And then just remember, the gammon's not going to take too long because it's quite a small one. And of course you can season the meats like you would normally. So I've got honey and mustard out and some garlic for the gammon. And then of course I've got salt and pepper, olive oil and some dried seasonings for the whole chicken. So, shall we get started? So I've put the gammon to one side and I've got a big plate out so that I can prep the chicken on it. So then I've got the medium chicken out, olive oil, salt and pepper and the seasonings. So whenever you cook a chicken in the air fryer, you always start it off breast side down. So let's turn it over to begin with, shall we? Then I'm just wiping the hands because I've been touching the chicken. And then you want to start with a drizzle of olive oil. You want a good seasoning of salt. This is low salt, by the way, but you can use any. Good sprinkling of salt, and then after your sprinkling of salt, let's add a load of pepper. I've got some dried oregano here, which is lovely on a chicken. And then I've also got some dried parsley. I find it easiest just to pop it in the lid, and then you're not sticking your hands inside. Then seasonings to one side, and you're ready now to rub it all in. So with the chicken, you can mix and match any seasonings you like. I've used oregano and parsley here, but thyme is really nice. So is basil, so is fennel seeds. Totally up to you, depends on what you like. And a good old seasoning of salt and pepper as well makes such a difference. And then when you turn it over and you're doing it breast side up, you can just give it an extra sprinkle if you feel like it needs it. So now, rub your chicken. You want to get that seasoning and oil all over it. And then just give it a nice coating everywhere. Don't worry too much about a lot of seasonings on the breast side because it's going to be underneath as it cooks, so it won't really get that much of a coating on that side and make a difference because you can always recoat on the other side. And then look at that, that is your chicken ready to go in. So I'm just going to give my hands a quick wipe and then get your dual out. You can put whichever drawer you want. I'm just going to grab the closest, you know, as you do. So one drawer out, and then like I said, you want your chicken breast side down going in. So, and that's also why I said get a medium, because a large will not fit. So pop it in like that, and look, how close that is for a medium chicken. So medium chicken, small or medium will fit, or you could do some poussins, pheasant or partridge for this time of year as well in here. And that's part one done. That is your chicken ready to be cooked. So I'm just going to wipe down a little bit of olive oil that I spilled, and then we can do the gammon. And then that's your gammon. So I just want to lose the outside wrapper. Scissors underneath. Makes it easier for cooking then. So now once you've got your peelings off, it's ready to go in, and then of course we'll add the honey and mustard later. So pop open your other drawer, grab your gammon, pop it in, and it's as simple as that. So now we're ready to set the time and temp. So what we're going to do, we are going to turn it on, of course, that always helps. And then we're going to go with match. A match basically means that the both drawers do the same cooking time. And I'm doing it like this because we need to turn the chicken over, and it then gives the gammon a head start, and then we can assess the gammon because you don't want to add the honey and mustard too soon. Now let's cook the chicken and gammon together. So you want to turn it on, and then you're looking, do either side first. So you're looking for air fry, 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. And then for cooking time, you're looking for 25 minutes. And then the best bit of all, because we're all lazy with air fryers, is if you press match, it'll do the same. So now they're both cooking for 25 minutes at 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit on air fry, and then press start. And they will both be matched to 25 minutes. So the gammon's going to do 25 minutes, and so's the chicken. Then we can flip the chicken over and check on the internal temperature of the gammon. Whilst our kitchen gadget is on, working its magic, can I tell you more about our 12 days of Christmas? Well, basically, it's a different recipe every day for 12 days. And we've done it because we absolutely love using our kitchen gadgets at Christmas time, but also because we thought it would be really, really helpful to someone else out there if we did a giveaway where you could win your Christmas dinner. So where we would pay for your Christmas dinner shop, and then you could have turkey, chicken, and all the trimmings, or whichever ones you want. And it's also to celebrate the pre-orders of our brand new cookbook, the Multi-Cooker Cookbook, which is such a beautiful cookbook. I'm so proud of this, and it's got 125 deliciously easy recipes and essential techniques. But what's so amazing about this is it's brilliant for if you have different kitchen gadgets, because it covers air frying, pressure cooking, slow cooking, mixing up pressure cooking and air frying, steaming, and so many others. So it also includes the opportunity to get our turkey recipe, so you can actually get the turkey recipe that's featured in the cookbook before it's even out. All you have to do is pre-order yourself a copy of the Multi-Cooker Cookbook. Simply search Multi-Cooker Salmon Dom, or go to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/books, and you can pre-order yourself a copy there, and then you can be having this turkey recipe in your house this Christmas, and also have the chance to win your Christmas dinner on us. So now pause the video and do that, and then let's get back to this recipe. And we've beeped. So shall we check on the chicken and the gammon? Can you believe it? Chicken and gammon at the same time in the air fryer. I mean, that's why I like a dual, you know. I like the ability to be able to cook lots of things at the same time, which is perfect for Christmas time. Because didn't everyone say, oh, you shouldn't use an air fryer at Christmas because you can't fit much in it? Well, that is why the duals are brilliant. So, shall we have a look? Oh yeah, look at those so far, don't they look brilliant? I love the colour on the chicken. The chicken colour looks amazing, and the colour on the gammon too. So I'm just going to take an internal temperature so I can show you where we're at. So I've got my favourite thermometer ready, so shall we give it a check? So after 20 minutes, the gammon is already reaching 42 degrees, which is amazing. Giving it a quick wipe. Just giving it a quick wipe before I touch the chicken with it. The chicken's probably about halfway there, but it'll give you an idea of what it's at. So depending where you're at with the chicken, if you just put it in very slightly because the skin's done, then that's already reading a normal temperature, but pop it all the way through and it's reading about 50. So you can get an idea there of how long the chicken's going to take. And then the best thing now to do is flip your chicken over. We can season and oil the top of it again and get it back on. So let's just put the gammon to one side for a moment. And then let the chicken, with how golden and lovely it looks, take centre stage. So grab a fork, it's the easiest way to get in and flip it over. So get your fork in the cavity just like that. And then you want to get those legs under because you don't want them burning. So now this is the chicken the other way up, breast side up now. And why do we do this, you may ask? Because otherwise you'll end up with a dry chicken. The chicken, when it's flipped over, is so amazing. Many of our readers say that following our method for cooking chicken, which we've been teaching people for many years, and is also in the complete air fryer cookbook, will last easily 3 days without going dry in the fridge. When you compare this to a chicken that you've roasted in the oven, it will be dry when it's been fridged, but it's amazing how well a chicken does when it's been flipped over in the air fryer. You don't use any butter on chicken either in the air fryer. If you do, it just drips off. And the olive oil is all you need, is a little bit of olive oil, and then you've got a perfectly cooked chicken. So let's get the other side right, shall we? So I'm not going to go with my olive oil bottle. Instead, I'm just going to go with a spray bottle, because then I don't have to touch the chicken with it being quite hot now. And then, like the other side, sprinkling of salt, sprinkling of pepper, and then you can add a little bit more oregano and parsley to it as well. Because the thing is, when it's upside down like that, it's just not going to get a good coating, and a lot of the coating will just come off. So you might as well just do it like this when you flip it. And then same again, a little bit of parsley on it as well. I'm not going to use all that parsley, I didn't need that much. But, oh, look at that chicken, doesn't it look fabulous? I'm going to turn it round so it's facing you. Oh, look at that beauty. Doesn't that look amazing? So that can now go back in. Your chicken is ready to finish cooking. So grab your chicken and put that jar back in. And then that's all you need to think about there with your chicken. And then with your gammon, you want to flip it over. And we're just going to put the gammon back on for another 10 minutes now. Now, pop it on. And for zone 1, we are looking for 20 minutes on air fry. A temperature again of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, so that's zone 1 set. And then for zone 2, we are looking for air fry again, 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, and a cook time of 10 minutes. And then press start. And we've beeped. So the chicken has 9 minutes 45 left on it, and the gammon has done its beep. So should we do some internal temperatures first? Because that's always the best thing, because then you have an idea of where you're at. Oh, wow, look at that beauty. Thermometer, a quick wipe. So the chicken in places is between 60 and 70. So that's about right to say that there's still 9 minutes something left. So should we check on the gammon? Put the chicken to one side for a moment. This is my gammon. Doesn't it look lovely? Just think, we haven't done anything to this. We've literally just taken off the wrapper and thrown it in the air fryer. So this is rising in the 60s as well. So it's reading at 65 there. What about here? Closer you get to the edge, it's reaching temperature. So now is a good time to add in some honey and mustard. Right. The best way to do this is to put it on some foil, because you don't want to have to clean honey and mustard off your air fryer once you're done, and then it makes it so much easier for lifting it in and out the air fryer when you finish cooking. So I've got my roll of foil. So just grab yourself a bit like that. Maybe not. That is a bit hot, so let's see. So grab yourself a clean fork, don't use the same one you touched the raw chicken with, of course. And then fork in the centre, pop it onto your foil, and then it's ready to go back into the air fryer. So then, like I mentioned, you can grab it by its foil. And then line the air fryer with the foil with the gammon on. And then I recommend having a little bowl or something so you can mix the honey and the mustard with. So I'm just going to put the gammon to one side while we do this. So that's my cute little bowl. And then add in a bunch of honey, as much or as little as you want. And then I've got some garlic there as well. A little bit of garlic, oh, a little bit more actually. And then I've got this mustard here that's needed using up for a bit, so this will do. And then it depends on how mustardy you like it. And then give it a good mix. And then that's your beautiful onion, mustard and garlic glaze to go on your ham. So, ham back out. Let's pour it over. Oh yes. So then brush it about to make sure it's gone all the way down the sides. Make sure you've got enough foil that's going to cause any incidents with your air fryer, and then look at that, it's ready to go back on. So pop it in that side, chicken back in the other side. And then, to make your life easier, it had 9.5 minutes left on the chicken, so instead it's just easier to turn it off, press cancel or whatever, turn it back on again. So now for your final cook time, you are looking for a temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit, and then a cook time of 9 minutes. And then because we're doing the same thing in the other side, just hit match and it will set them both at the same time, and then press start. So we've beeped, so shall we check and see what the internal temperature is like and how good the chicken and the gammon look? Oh wow, look at those beauties! Don't they look fabulous? Oh, so that's your chicken and that's your gammon. So let's see if this baby bird is cooked. 79, 80 degrees, remember it's 70 or above. 67, that low. So that's averaging a 74, so let's check now on the gammon, shall we? 78, 80, 73. So, juices are running clear, both are looking fantastic, so shall we let them rest and then I can slice into them and show you just how amazing they look. Yep. Got the drawers out, and I've also got a plate out ready for serving it, so you can just grab out your gammon, pop it on the plate, and then look, all that lovely juices there have stayed on the foil. So then what you can do is you can add those lovely juices all over your gammon. Oh. So then once you've got your gammon out, we can get out the chicken. Put a fork in its cavity, it's so much easier to get it out, and then pop it on there, and then they are ready there to be served up. Oh, don't they look lovely? Oh, and I love those juices from the honey and mustard. Oh, wow. And then look at that, doesn't it look fabulous? Oh, I'm in love. So if you are like many and you have both your chicken and your gammon at Christmas, take this idea that I learned from Patsy and actually cook your chicken and your gammon at the same time using your jewel drawers or your flex drawer, and it's just brilliant to quickly have your meats cooked together, and then it's one less thing to worry about cooking this Christmas. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube video. It feels so amazing that you've stuck around to the end. And of course, that must mean that you like our videos. So why not also follow us on social media? You can find us at the Kitchen Gadgets Club on Facebook and on Pinterest, TikTok. We're Kitchen Gadgets Club. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos like this one. And you can also find us at KitchenGadgetsClub.com, where we have a membership that shares brand new kitchen gadget recipes every week. And we also have lots of great ideas, resources, tips and tricks. And we are an ovenless kitchen, so we teach you exclusively how to cook with kitchen gadgets. And a ciao for now.